Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Hobby Shop of Elyria. I am your host and owner, Jerry Ivancic Jr. Here's a little bit of a history of the store, of our business. If you have not been to our store before, or you're just kind of wondering, we're located here at 823 Chestnut Commons Drive in Elyria. We've been here in our new location for the past 3 years. We were in our previous location for 10, which was right next door when we were known as Strongsville Hobby of Elyria. That stems back to my father owning the store in Strongsville for 25 years and known as Strongsville Hobby. We are no longer in Strongsville, obviously. He retired in 2008, and that is, when I started the store here in Elyria. The store now looks a little bit different than it did previously. We have a lot more models. We have over 600 plastic models here in the store. These are all re-releases by Revell, AMT, MPC, Polar Lights, Mobius, Atlantis, and companies like that that have previously been around. We even carry Gundam by Bandai that have previously been around but have been re-released over the past 13 years. You will see some things that maybe you saw previously when we were back in Strongsville back in the 80s and 90s and early 2000s. Those are some of the Tamiya kits that are re-releases that you can build and add your electronics to them. Let's go over here to our modern day RC. So you will see Traxxas, which is our number one brand here in the store. We carry over 50 plus of their vehicles, the parts, accessories, and you name it. We also, as our second tier brand, we carry Arma. So we carry a very, very large selection of Arma, which basically is all of their vehicles. Same thing with Traxxas. So if you're looking for an Arma vehicle, if you're looking for a Traxxas vehicle, come to us first. 38 years of experience of doing this, but also we carry a lot of stuff. Hundreds of RC vehicles here in the store, brushed and brushless, and all of the accessories that you might need with all of the knowledge that you can't get online, that you can't get in tiny stores with people who do not have knowledge on this subject and just kind of make it up as they go along. We don't do that. We live and breathe this stuff on a daily basis. Now, sometimes people don't like the answers that we give them because we are always honest with people, but that's just how this business is, and that's the way it's always been. I came up in this business in '85. It was racing, working, doing every single crap job you can think of in this business, and then, eventually doing regular work and owning the business. So I've learned from some very, 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 very good people that were in this business, some very smart people on all different aspects of it, from slot cars to RC to models to trains, to collectibles. You pretty much name it. That is what our store is about. Hobby Shop of Elyria is, an easy way of explaining to people, where we're at and who we are. We're a hobby shop and we're in Elyria. It was more of a simplification than people constantly asking about Strongsville. Very, very proud of Strongsville. Very, very proud of what I've learned and what my dad did in Strongsville and all the great customers that we had out there. And so many have followed us out here grew up in this stuff in the 80s and come back and say, hey, I remember you when you were a kid, or I did this when I was in the 80s and I wanted to get my kid into this along with myself. That's a very, very common, thing that I deal with on a daily in and out basis. Now you see different things that we have here. We have RC planes. They're all electric. Everything nowadays is electric, from trucks to cars to everything. Nitro has gone away with the dinosaurs. Okay. There are a handful of people out there still running nitro. You might even find, some cheap stuff on Marketplace. That's why you'll hear the rumbling of it every so often. But nitro is not in any hobby store for a reason. It is not conducive to weather. It is not easy for new customers, for kids. It is not good for anybody. You have to constantly tune them. They are weather restricted. They are water restricted. They are not fun. When you're talking electrics, it can go 80, 90, 100 miles an hour. T-Max is topped out at 35, 40 miles an hour. Don't let anybody lie to you and tell you that they had 100 mile an hour X-Max or T-Max, excuse me. That didn't exist. Believe me, I lived it. I know all the motors and vehicles and whatnot that was of the time. They did not go 100 miles an hour. They went 40 at best, okay? Only way it was going 100 miles an hour is if you dropped it out of an airplane going 100 miles an hour. That's about it. The Jado topped out at 70, but that took a day and a half to do so because, again, it had to wind out its gears. Brushless is on power, meaning you give it throttle, you have power immediately, okay? Lithium polymer batteries, there is no drop off, okay? You get 30, 40, 50, 60 plus minutes of runtime, and it stays constant for the life of the battery and then drops off. So you're at 70 miles an hour for 30 minutes nonstop, and then it drops off and it's time to bring it in, okay? Or you're driving 40 miles an hour for 50 minutes and then it drops off. That's constant power. That's nonstop. That's not a gradual decline. You don't have to bring it in to put more fuel in it every 10 to 15 minutes. You don't have to warm it up for 20 minutes and then tune it for 20 minutes and then you get to play with it as it stalls out every other day because the weather changes. Okay, you live in Ohio here. We all know it snowed 3 days ago and it rains. Then it's 80 degrees. I mean, the weather changes constantly. You will be tuning a nitro constantly. There's your reasoning, okay? Electric can be troubleshot in mere minutes. Nitros can take hours to days to weeks to figure out. So, that's just some of the basic information, okay? Those are some of the questions that I constantly get asked. Where's Nitro? Maybe about our history. Who am I? Am I the voice behind everything? Yes, I am the voice that is, behind the curtain. I'm the one that's behind the videos. You will find me here every day of the week except for Saturdays, okay? That is family day for me. Every other day I am here. So for people to say, oh, he's not there, that is not true. I am here every single day. I am here. I open the store every single morning. I'm here all day Sunday. So if you want to talk to me, you can stop in. You can call 440-366-0665. You can text that number and you text directly to me. So if you have a question about anything that I said or anything that you see in this video or any of my other videos, please feel free. Text me, ask me questions, okay? I'm the one who runs all the social media stuff. So I'm the one who posts all the pictures, all the new products that we get in. I'm the only store that does this. I'm the only store that's open 7 days a week. I'm the only store that has set hours. I'm the only store that has every single thing that you see here, that has all the models, the slot cars, the rockets, the RC cars, the planes, the boats, on and on and on it goes, okay? The accessories, the knowledge. There are places that might have one or two, maybe three of those things, but none of them combined, okay? This is the business, okay? This is my business. This is the business. I run Bartertown, okay? I run Northern Ohio Hobby Shop, okay? I am the hobby shop of Ohio. We sell and stock more Arma and Traxxas than any other hobby store in Ohio. That comes from Traxxas's mouth. That comes from Horizon's mouth, okay? You won't find another hobby store that has more parts or more RC, Traxxas, parts, accessories, you name it, than we do, okay? That's just fact. It's not me blowing smoke. It's not me making things up. This is how the world works, okay? It's how this hobby store is. Anyways, back to topic. You got any questions, you hit us up. 823 Chestnut Commons Drive. We have a racetrack next to the store. We're between Walmart and us. It's right in between there. It's a 90 plus long track, 40 plus foot wide track. Okay, dirt track, off-road. It's free. Free. Come out here, run. Anything that's smaller than an X-Max. X-Maxes are too big and tear things up. So anything that's 8S, too big. It's great for 8-scale buggies, 10 scales, rock racers, you name it. So those are your best types of vehicles to check out. So we always have the newest and latest vehicles. That's the other thing. Arma Vortex, we carry a ton of those as they came out. The Rift, carried a ton of those. We're down to a couple of those left, all right? We had the LMTs in here. Those were brand new. We only got the roller left in, but we got the Gravedigger and Son of Digger coming back in. The kits and the ready-to-runs from Axial, got all those, okay? The Rock Racers, Okay, if it's a new Arma, we got it. If it's a new Traxxas, we got it. You pretty much name it. If you're wanting to build a dragster, we got all the Bandit VXLs that you could possibly ever imagine. And that is a black 100 mile an hour X01 by Traxxas that is sitting up on the shelves. I got that in as well. You're not going to find that anyplace. You're not going to find that. You're not going to find these. You're not going to find that. All these different things. You're not going to find one place that carries all of this stuff. I guarantee you that. Okay? All of this. Some of it, maybe. A couple things, maybe. Okay? It's experience that we get from dealing with these vehicles. Okay? That's fact. Alrighty. Again, 823 Chestnut Commons Drive in Elyria. We are approximately 20 minutes from the airport, from I-480 to Route 10 to the exit here. Okay? Because we're on the south side of Elyria. Very corner. Okay, so don't get lost and go the wrong directions. God forbid you show up, in the wrong place, because they won't be open. And just give us a call, 440-366-0665. You can text me at that number. You can also find me on our website, hobbyshopofelyria.net. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram. I post every single day. Okay, you will find us on Twitter. I tweet every so often, nowhere near as often as I'm on the gram. But Facebook kind of it's hooked in with my Instagram, so the same posts pretty much across the board. Other than that, you can join our Facebook page. We have Friends of the Hobby Shop of Elyria. You can join that, and I post on there as well. So again, along with the other 200 plus people that are on there, do the same thing. So again, you got any questions? Please feel free to give me a holler. Always here to help and give you a bit of the knowledge that I've acquired over the past 38 plus years of doing this. Thank you much, and have a wonderful day.